Alright, so I'm back with the third act, which I believe is the final act of the game. Not 100% sure, but I think that's true. So, looks like we're in LeBlanc's office. Hey again, kid. I leave you alone for a couple hours and you nearly get yourself killed. You lucky I passed by when I did. What happened? Maybe you can tell me. I'm walking back from the bar, passing by your house when I hear a scream. I run inside and the damn robot is trying to eat your face off. Had to empty my clip just to slow it down. How could you? Kay, I'm trying to tell you that robot wasn't no friend. Is Million still alive? I don't think so, kid. Million's back at the house, spread out all over the floor. I don't want this to be too difficult for you. I know that robot was in your family a long time. You're not soft like your brother, so I'll just say it straight. I never trusted her. Never. When I heard Catherine brought her into your house, I said to myself, that ought to cause some trouble. Million's a St. Clair unit. That company's bread and butter is in corporate security and espionage. They don't let one of them things just walk away. Anywhere they end up is right where Thomas St. Clair wants them to be. Listening, watching. Catherine's a person of interest to them people. They took advantage of her one weakness, guilt. She blamed Blue's death on herself. She made his life piss poor for a while. The man would work every turnaround he could just to catch a break from it. That's how my daddy told it to me anyway. Sounds about right. She never let nobody's feelings get in the way of what she wanted, even if she felt guilt about it down the road. But anyhow, the way I figure it, Catherine meant trying to make all that heartache up to Blue. Thought maybe she could use the robot as a stand-in for Blue, I suppose. Show that robot the love she never showed Blue, and so she let a spy into her house. I know who he is. Where am I? You're my place of business on Apple Street. Pedu P.I. Who are you? Don't do this to me again. I'm famous, alright? Everybody knows about me. A lot to take in, I know. I'm not trying to cause you no more stress, but where the hell's your brother? You still ain't found him? We were looking for him when Million attacked. I'll be honest, I don't think Million was ever looking for Blake. I think she was looking for something else. No telling what. At least she's done causing trouble, or so I hope, but we better be sure. Best thing to do is head back to the house, check on the bot, see what we can find out about your brother. There was that answering machine on the desk, screaming my ears off. Might be worth checking out. Oh, and before I forget, you dropped your phone. LeBlanc slides the phone across the desk. Found it on the ground back at the house. Toilet's right over there. Splash some water on your face and let's roll. Okay. So let's first check the mind map. Have a couple of updates. One is for Million. Was a spy. LeBlanc believes that Million was a spy for Thomas St. Clair, planted in your home to keep tabs on your mom. Million was a fugitive. Once a fugitive, now just a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any discarded thing would. Alright. And I thought we had something else. I don't know. I don't see anything new. Okay. And I've got my phone. Wait. Yeah, this isn't my phone. This is Catherine's phone. Interesting. Okay, messages. From Super Doug. Catherine, we will send an advance to your wallet in order for you to complete the mission, but please do not waste our time. From Kay. That one we've read. Flake. Okay, we've read all these. Maybe this is the one. No, this is the My Direct Portal. Huh. Maybe this was the new one. Case, no head drive. Crack job, case picker. Nothing new there. Okay. We got Catherine's ring in inventory. Okay. So what have we got here? Place next door complaints they can see me when I'm on the pot. Tell them to look the other way. Ain't like I'm making you watch. But I think they like my hole otherwise. Keeps us connected. Lots more I could say about this hole. Hell, I could stand out here and talk to you all day about it. Yeah, that's weird that there's a toilet up in the office. Toilet's right there if you need to wash off. Wait, wash off in the toilet? Are you... This guy insane. That's where I keep track of all the dead bodies I found. You can find a lot of dead bodies if you go looking. Kind of like treasure hunt. This guy's a weird dude. Face paint kit. Stop touching that unless you want to see me clown up. What? What's he talking about, clown up? Alright. We'll go out to the street. We've still got a turtle. We've got a Garrett here now. A man wearing battle armor emblazoned with a red cross crouches over a turtle on the sidewalk. A name tag that reads Garrett is fixed to the man's armor. I was just... Who the fuck are you? Man, I know this looks weird. I got separated from my co-workers and then I saw this turtle, so I stopped to take a look. Why are you outside my place of business dressed like a pervert? Pervert? I'm dressed like a knight. How am I dressed like a pervert? Look, I can go. Why are you here? For work, I guess? What kind of work? Spiritual work. Kind of like yoga? Or no, more like outer space stuff. Rockets. We're into self-improvement. Weightlifting. Stuff like that. Sounds cool as shit. Like a cult. It is. It's like a cult, but cooler. It's like you join, and you immediately have friends and a dad who wants to hang out with you. Well, sometimes he does. Once we get to Mars, he said he's going to hang out with us. Where'd you get this costume? It's not a costume. Why does everyone keep calling it that? I'm a soldier of Christ. Soldier? Who do you fight? Scum, mainly. Scum? Cokehead hipsters and punks who hang out downtown and call us Nazis. Alright. So where'd you get the blah 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 about the costume? Okay, fine. Where'd you get it? Party Supply Warehouse in Kenner. They gave us a group discount. Gave who a group discount? Me and my co-workers. Where are your co-workers? They said they'd come pick me up before lunch, but it's getting kind of late. Launch? Yeah, what's that mean? Launch. I don't know, man. We were supposed to do this thing tonight, but it kind of fell apart at the last minute. Why fight the scum? Because they think they know everything, but they don't know shit. They think everything they do is morally superior, but it's not. They just make the world worse, but insist they're making it better. I don't want to be in your club, okay? You people are uptight losers. Stop calling me a fucking Nazi. I'm not a fucking Nazi. Man, I'm just a guy. I'm Caleb. I'm Garrett. I'm fucking Garrett. Alright. I think we've had enough talking to Garrett, or Caleb. Have fun with your turtle, bruh. I will. Thanks for stopping by. Weird conversation. Padu Private Investigators. We snoop for you. That's such a freaking terrible name, motto or whatever. Alright, so I can go to the tavern, or home, or dimes. Let's go home. Way I found you, I came in right here through the front door. It took me a minute to figure out where all those noise was coming from until I climbed up into the attic. They had a ladder that went down through the attic into a closet like a damn haunted house. I got down there, seen the robot, had its claws around your neck. So what I did was I kicked you out of the way, probably kicked you pretty hard, come to think of it. Robot's face was all opened up. She had, shit, I don't even know what it was. A big glowing tumor floating in her head. She tried closing up her face to protect it, but I already had my knife drawn. Popped her a few good times before she could snap her face shut. She whined a little bit and fell over. It wasn't easy getting you back up that ladder, but I managed. Let's go check and make sure the robot's still there. Maybe have a look around that room. Alright, so that is kitchen, attic, secret door. Okay. That's right where I left her. Don't look like she's going nowhere. What the hell was Catherine doing in this room? Spooks me out. Alright, so don't even look, Kay. Just don't think about it. She wasn't who you thought she was. Now I gotta check it out. You run your fingers over the flaking glass of Million's faceplate. Shards fall to the ground beside her limp hands. There is no life left to the machine. Okay? This is a military-grade signal jammer. No wonder I can't pick up no service at the office. One of these is enough to take the whole neighborhood offline. Wow. We looked at that. We've already looked at this. No Wi-Fi connection detected. What kind of gizmo is this? Driver's corrupted. Device requires update. Kate, get me online. This answering machine kind of pushy. Let's get it hooked up to the internet. See what happens. Alright, an anti-malware advertisement repeats itself infinitely on the laptop display. Let's see. Talking about the jammer. Again, take someone with expertise to disable one of these things. Need me to handle it? Yeah, sure. LeBlanc pulls a pistol from his waistband. I just got one shot, but apparently that was enough. Wi-Fi connection detected. Installing drivers. Installation complete. Warning. Critical I/O functionality has been deprecated. To interact with this instance, please install your preferred head drive client on your mobile device. For more information on hosting options, please visit the Greater New Orleans Neuroversioning Clinic website today. Head drive client? You got one of them on your phone, Kay? I do got one of those on my phone. Catherine Madeir, 504.985.0.3. Compressing local artifacts. Resolved. Establishing remote connection. K. Enumerated items. K. I'm speaking to my daughter. Catherine? Yes. Y'all fucking with me because I'm drunk. Face enumeration model. Conflict detected. Can you attack K? Attack K? You talking about Million? What is Million? What are you talking about, Kate? How the hell are we even having this conversation? You pull the phone from LeBlanc. Tell us what you remember. Last. There in the chair where I sat. The room was dark. The clinician asked questions. After the appointment, I was to meet with Super Duck. About Super Duck? Super Duck is the version consciousness of Duck. The what? Please rephrase. Kate, why was you going to see Duck? I was going to see Super Duck, a spawn of duck, a deformity. But why, Catherine? Because of what I saw. What I saw in the lake? Kay, you ever went... Wait, Kay, you ever went see Duck like I told you to? We better go pay him another visit. I can't make no sense of this. I'm asking more questions. So, about me? You are my child. Is the session complete? My oldest. I remember that you held my leg as a baby when you began to walk. Alright, how about Blake? I remember many things about Blake. I remember that he cried. He didn't want me to die. He asked me not to die. Did I die? And Blue. Please specify what you mean by Blue. He was your husband. Kay, can you hear me? Kay, please. I do not know about Blue. Have I forgotten Blue? The house was dark and I couldn't make out the shape. Was this Blue? Alright, let's ask about something else. What are you? I am Catherine Madeir, age 52, branch identifier, November, YX2R V1.0.0. I am hosted on a 32 terabyte head host external hard drive without cloud support. Alright, we need to find Blake. What happened, dear? To my son? Blake's missing. Blake is missing? He is lost? His face a shadow. Kate, you know where he might be? Blake is missing. This phone broken or something? Alright, what happened to Million? Enumeration error. I'm sorry, I do not know Million. I do not know what happened to Million. Alright. I think I've asked everything I can, so I guess that's enough. This Andrew machine mentioned Doug. Let's run by Dimes and have a word with him. Maybe he knows what's going on with all this nonsense. Alright. It did not even occur to me that Super Duck might be Duck. I feel pretty dumb. Alright. Head to die. Whoa! What do we got here? So I better talk to these Garretts, I guess. Two teenagers wearing cheap costumes block the door. Each wears a name tag that reads Garrett. This must be them co-workers that little nerd was talking about outside my place of business. The blank regards the teens. Happy Halloween, kids. You look like a couple soda cans. Get off my lawn, bitch. So y'all work with that other little dude outside my place of business? We work only for ourselves. We don't answer to anyone. We're dissident Garretts. Alright, whatever. Where the hell's Duck? Where the hell's Duck? That's what I'm asking you. Danceball, motherfucker. I don't know if I pronounced that word right. Excuse me, boy. Getting a little fresh? Think I might have to whoop your ass. Seriously? Let's kill the degenerate. I don't know, dude. I mean, I could if I wanted to. I just... Silence, Garrett. I can't see shit out of this thing. Stand tall. The barbarians are at the gate. The adolescent turns towards the blank. Ready yourself for death. Whatever, dude. No. Took one out and the other one ran, I guess. Oh, fuck this shit. Just what in the hell was that about? Let's go check on Duck. Now I'm worried. Duck. Hey, Duck. Clay, you around, bruh? Old man ain't left this house in years. Hell them little kids do with him. So we've got a scribbled letter sits on the desk. Never thought things would get this fucked up. It all took a turn after he made us tie up the dead lady's kid. Dead lady's kid. Kay. You don't think... Then he tossed John's head in the water. What in the... Okay, so let's see. Oh, I just unlocked the last of the nodes in the mind map, so I got another achievement for that. I'll check that here in a few minutes. So what in John's eyes? They weren't his. They were glowing. I'll never forget that. All the Garretts at the rocket been sneaking around trying to find his head. I didn't like John, but hell, everyone deserves a funeral. We know he tossed it out of the boat somewhere around latitude 30.07, longitude -9366, but the lake is so full of sediment we can't see shit. Well, let's record this, because this is going to be useful information. Well, there we go. Apparently I can't record it. Losing hope that we'll find it. That's all for now. You boys be safe. No. Them coordinates is in Lake Pontchartrain. They're searching the swamps. It probably will give me these later, but I'm going to make a note of them. Alright, longitude -90.366. Alright. Just in case I need them, I'll have them written down. LeBlanc slides the paper to you. Put that in your pocket. Okay, I've got it in inventory. This right here is the closest thing to a lead we got. The dead lady's kid just might be your brother. Okay, well. Alright. Let's check the mind map. So, is this Million? Yeah. Oh, and I got one down here. Okay. So Million was shot in the face. After discovering your mom's head drive, Million attacked you. LeBlanc was passing by the house, heard the commotion, and rushed to help. He shot her multiple times, destroying her processor. Million. And then we've got sunken head. There's a head in the lake. The Garretts are looking for it. Okay. Weird. I think that's it in here. Talk to LeBlanc. How you holding up, kid? This is getting to be too much. Figures. Oh, figures after Catherine dies, she'd leave a big mess behind. Just keep your head on straight, alright? We're going to find Blake, then you can skip town again and forget this place for good. Hell, if there's room in the truck, I might come along. I trusted Million. Like I said, I never trusted her. Not for a minute. Figured she was just a set of eyes for Thomas St. Clair. This is getting to be too much. Oh, I already said that. What's with that letter we found? Bruh, says they was looking for a head in the lake. Somewhere around the coordinates it listed. We'll get it figured out, kid. This is the kind of thing they pay me for. Alright. The mind map is still showing something. Oh, here we go. I missed this earlier. I was just, it says Garrett. The Garretts are wandering around NORCO. There are young men wandering around NORCO wearing plastic battle armor and name tags that say Garrett. The Garretts may have kidnapped your brother. You found a note at Doug's house that suggests the Garretts may have kidnapped Blake. The Garretts are looking for a decapitated head somewhere in the lake. The Garretts. Okay, I think that's it. Now, finish thought. Exit. Cool, okay. Wait up a second. We ain't even done searching the house. Alright, cool. Oh, hell, bruh. Doug, hey! Hey! Doug slouches in his office chair. LeBlanc shakes the man's shoulders and snaps his fingers before his face. He's breathing. Wake up, Pops, wake up. Doug's eyes slowly widen. Brett? He attempts a smile. What's good, detective? You don't look so hot, Clay. We gotta get you some help over here. Just taking a nap is all. Them little creeps still out front? We took care of them. Doug turns to you. How about you, Kay? You ever get your mother's stuff back from the refinery? Yes. What'd you find? Just some trash. Like I told you, whatever she had found, it weren't nothing special. Catherine played it safe. The hell's going on around here, bruh? What them kids was doing outside? The two little ones got separated from the rest of the pack. They had a whole gang in here earlier asking me all kinds of questions I didn't know the answers to. All because of that thing right there. He lifts his frail hand towards the device on the desk. Biggest mistake in my life. How they managed to find it is beyond me. Thought I'd lost it years ago. Figured it'd come back to find me. So, what is that device? The piece of trash head drive I was telling you about earlier. Has my brain sitting on it. Gave birth to that monster that calls itself Super Duck, the one your mother got mixed up with. But the head drive seems more or less broken now. Tell us more about the intruders. How'd they find the head drive? Like I said, I don't have the slightest clue. Figured that monster ran afoul of these people, stole something from them. Maybe they did a little research, found the head drive. That started it all. Maybe they thought if they did that, they could find whatever it is they're looking for. Alright, why didn't they take the head drive with them? It was so chaotic in here, I didn't know what was going on. All of them just shouting over each other. They were as confused as I was. The whole thing seemed a big mess, like nobody was in charge, and then suddenly, they were gone. What were they asking? Asking me to talk to that drive, interpret what it was saying, something about needing to find a rock or know a stone. I just kept my mouth shut. I don't want a thing to do with that head drive, it's a curse. But I guess they figured it out on their own because they sure left in a hurry. Where'd they go? Don't know. Couldn't even guess what all this is about. But they mentioned your mother. Said they have her. They have Kate? How? That's what I'm wondering myself. Catherine's lying in a casket on River Road. Them dummies probably grabbed the wrong person. What would they want with her? You think I know, Brett? What about Blake? They say anything about him? Nothing about Blake, but wouldn't surprise me if he's in the mix. Takes after his granddaddy. How'd they know the head drive was yours? That part's easy. It's got my name on the thing. Okay, that's enough about them. I guess that's it. We'll get you help. No, don't bother with me. A little nap's all I need. No way in hell. I'm calling. You ain't calling nobody, Brett. Cool it. You think this is bad? The way I am right here? It's been this way for years. You're getting bent out of shape about it. I just been sitting in this house hardly able to walk. No more good days. You want to help me? Come drop by from time to time, alright? I will, Clay. I really will. Good. That's all I'm asking. Alright, so now I can head outside. Wait up a sec. We ain't done searching the house? Okay. So what else is there? Something else in the library? You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. I've already looked at them. Oh yeah, the head drive. Obviously. This looks just like the gizmo Kate had. When did everybody start getting these things? And nobody wanted to tell their boy Brett? You think it'll hook up to your phone, Kay? Same as the other one? I think it probably will. Okay. Then we also have Clayton Richard 225.337.2.1. Network ping detected. Network distress. Emergency safe mode initiated. Prime node in terminal state. Lat. It's the same minus. It's close. I'm going to note it down. 3.0632. Longitude of minus 90.3428. Okay, I got that noted down. Them coordinates way out in the lake, just like the ones you written down in that note earlier. Your truck got gas. I think we'll be taking us a little trip to the lakefront. I'm ready when you are. Okay, now we can head out. But before we go anywhere, check the mind map again. So it looks like the Garretts have been updated. The Garretts may have Blake and your mom. We found a note at Duck's house that suggests the Garretts may have kidnapped Blake. Duck also overheard them mention that they have your mom. The Garretts found Duck's head drive somewhere in the lake. Sorry. Tired. Alright, the Garretts found Duck's head drive. They managed to find the original head drive that spawned the monster called Super Duck. Duck believes Super Duck stole something from them and they want it back. They brought the head drive to Duck in order to force him to communicate with it. He refused. The Garretts are in a state of disarray. Duck says the Garretts left his house in a state of disarray and confusion, as if there was a breakdown in leadership. They left in a hurry, however, which may suggest that they found what they were looking for. Alright, I think that's it. Oh no, I've got something for the client. Super Duck is a viral fork. Super Duck is a viral fork of Duck's consciousness, created by the same neural versioning clinic that your mom visited before her death. The head drive that once hosted the version somehow escaped Duck's possession and spread like a network virus. It eventually manifested itself physically onto what Duck describes as a monster. Alright, Super Duck contacted your mom. No? Contracted your mom. Your mom was conducting research for the monster known as Super Duck shortly before her death. Super Duck, I guess that's it. Okay, so it looks like we're caught up with the mind map. I think LeBlanc has more to say. How you holding up, kid? What was Duck's head drive talking about? It was spitting out coordinates in the lake. Closest thing to a clue we got. I suggest we head that way. Do whatever you need. Do whatever you need to around town. Let's go. Alright. I think we're good to go. Alright. Lake Pontchartrain. This is exciting. Just slow down, kid. Road's washed out up here. Uh-oh. You continue to accelerate, but the truck stays put. Christ, Kay, what'd I tell you? Got any recovery gear on this thing? Shit. We're on foot now, I guess. Looks like there's a fishing camp just up the road. If we want to reach the coordinates, we'll need a boat. Bet they got one we can borrow. Let's head to the camp. Hey, I know just where we at. That's Peachy Duhon's fishing camp. Me and my daddy more or less lived out here for a time. Old man Peachy hated my ass. And that's the Interstate 10 overpass over there. There's a map on the bulletin board. Might refresh my memory. And I wonder who we got to talk to get a ride in that boat. These coordinates we got are all the way out in the lake. Okay. The I-10 overpass runs above a dredged channel from east to west. So here's the map. Let me take a look at this map right quick so I can get my bearings. The detective inspects the map pinned to the bulletin board, tracing his fingers around the bayous. Yeah, alright, I remember this whole stretch from when I was a kid. They call this area La Branch. Used to be an old fishing village up until a hurricane knocked it out of the lake. Peachy's camp was the only building left standing. That's where we at now. Trepagner's Pond is just across the way. They named it after a plantation man from back in the old days. Then you got the Interstate Canal. The government dug that to build Interstate 10. They let a whole lot of salt water into the swamp in the process. Killed off a lot of the trees. That's how we ended up with the Ghost Bayou. Them just some old bayous without any trees left standing. The banks are eroded without no roots to hold them in place, so you can't hardly see where you're steering your boat before you run aground. Weren't just the government's fault though. Long time ago they used to log these swamps for timber, left scars all over the place. Like the logging wheel. The reason it looks like a wheel is because they'd park a big pool boat right there in the center. Them guys would start chopping the trees down, going out one direction, then another, like the spokes of a wheel. They called it a pull boat because they had hitched the trees onto a big rope, and the boat at the center would pull the trees in. They had a drum on the boat about the size of a car. The drum would spin to wind up the rope. Big coal-fired son of a bitch. My granddaddy told me it spit out smoke like you ain't never seen. Then down there is the lower suction canal. Lots of people died along the canal when the hurricane came through and took out La Branch. They got people go scuba diving in there looking for treasure lost to the storm. Not always easy to find your way around the area. Good thing there's a map. And it looks like somebody stuck a note to it. Alright, check this note. A name tag pins a hand-scrawled letter to the board. Yo, Garrett. Garrett, again with these little dudes. Meet us at John's Pond on the northeast side of the lake for the launch. They never heard of John's Pond in my life. It's a mess over there. People have been posting about it online, driving out from the city to take pictures with the ark. If you're coming from this way, the only route is through the Ghost Bayou. Open up the Apocryphon app and take a look at the map. You'll see some blinking lights. Those mark the locations of the portals. When you dive through them, it's like snorting that stuff Ditch Man scrapes off the urinal. It's a fucking nightmare. If you can keep your head straight, the portals will take you to a light source. Each one will be a little different. Don't let it freak you out. Just be cool, Garrett, and make those lights blink just like you see on the map. Do that and you'll get swamp vision, bruh. The Ghost Bayous will appear for you. Good luck. What? So there's no reason that Kay would have known about this app or how to use it. If she wouldn't run it was on the phone, I think there's no reason that she would have. I just want to make a note about this. I like that. Okay. What's that about? You see that? You hold the phone up to the map and it shows them little blinking dots. The one at the logging wheel is blinking real fast. The one at Trepanger's Pond is blinking slow. Move your phone around the map and see if there's more. How you holding up, kid? What do you make of the map of the bulletin board? This one right here, when you held your phone up to it, it showed blinking dots. No two dots blinked the same. I don't know what to make of it. And there was a letter, blah blah blah, what are we doing here? Shit, I'm asking myself the same question, but here's what I think. I think the little green dudes named Garrett kidnapped your brother. I think they came out to the lake looking for something. Maybe it was the head they mentioned in the note they left at Duck's place. Maybe it was the coordinates of the distress signal, the one that Duck's gizmo was spitting out. I ain't got the whole picture pieced together yet. And now we got another note. The one they left on the bulletin board, they mentioned John's Pond, wherever the hell that is. That help any? Yeah, okay, so let's do this. Oops. Change the case out to crouton. No. Damn it. So slow, fast. Solid. Okay, let's make some notes. Upper right, logging wheel fast. Lower right, near pond, slow, interstate canal, solid, and then what we got? Lower section. Blank, blank, rest. Okay, I think we're good. Here's a fisherman. A man fishes from the dock. Evening. That's your boat? Not mine. I believe that boat belongs to the camp. So they got the key inside one of the units? I suppose they do. Let's go pay the units to visit Kay. See if we can get a key from one of them. Can you help us pull our truck out of the mud? You were racing down the levee, weren't you? She was hitting every washout she saw. Wish I could help. I got a winch on my truck, but it's on the other side of the spillway. You know Peachy? You know Peachy Doohan, the old man who owns the camp? Sure, I knew Peachy. What do you mean, knew Peachy? You ain't seen anybody on the news? Peachy been dead a long time, maybe 10 years. Come on. Yeah, Peachy been dead, and he took several others with him. The man finally cracked. Damn, figure it might end like that for him. He was a bad dude, bruh. He said anything about me before he died? Brett LeBlanc? What? Anything bad about me? I don't think you understand what happened here. Peachy locked himself in that camp with 3 hostages and a pile of ammunition and refused to leave. It wasn't because he was mad at me, though. The hell kind of question is that? Forget it. So who's got the camp now? His grandson split the place into units and turned them into vacation rentals. All kinds of people pass in and out now. Figure they don't have any clue what took place inside there. You know anything about that note on the bulletin board? The one with the name tag on it? All I know is these boys been coming by taking pictures of that map with their phones. They're always interesting types passing through since they turned Peachy's place into vacation rentals. But these fellows are a different type entirely. Alright. Take a look at the boat before I head up looking for a key. Nice little flatboat. Might be able to get them coordinates we found back at Duck's house. Get to them coordinates. But the motor takes a key. What kind of knock is that, Kay? You're not going to get anybody's attention knocking like that. You got to get wacky with it. Knock fast. Open up. We got to use that boat right quick. The boat came with the rental. It's ours. Bruh, let me just lay it out for you. The little highway rat right here is looking for her brother. You got me? We think he might be out there in the swamp. I wish I could help you, but we need that boat. Good luck. Nah, knock again. Kay, just keep knocking till we get a key to that boat motor. They'll get sick of it eventually. Hey man. Lord help me. If you need the boat so much, why aren't you using it? That isn't any of your business. We're trying to save lives here, bruh. As are we. Save lives how? Through research, which this conversation is preventing me from conducting, so please leave. Good night. Knock again. Just keep knocking. I can do this all night. Hey, come on. Please, I'm begging you to quiet down. Listen, I think we can work something out here. Trout, my cousin Susie's ex-husband, he bought 4 or 5 gold doubloons from a Canadian guy in Mississippi. He buried one of them under his mom's house. I'm over there all the time. I keep a few car batteries in her shed. Why? Been using them back at the office. They're old ones, but they still hold a good charge. This is all nonsense. I can't lend out that boat indefinitely, you understand? We need it. It won't be indefinite. We got coordinates from some little gizmo sending out a distress call. A distress call? My pod and a duck. The door slams open at the mention of Duck's name. So, yeah, a buddy of mine has this little gizmo. It's like, hell, I don't know, an answering machine, I guess? It kept spitting out these little coordinates in the lake. What else did it say? It said it's got a stressed out node, bruh. Something about getting stressed out in the lake. Where are the coordinates? They in the phone. It's the node. Figure you're right. And you two are just going to boat right up to it. Sure, boating ain't nothing to me. Been boating my whole life. Why wouldn't we? Because it isn't safe. What other option is there? It isn't safe, Abby. Are you familiar with the network that some call Super Duck? Duck's my buddy I was telling you about. Clayton Richard? Yeah, Clay. Good buddy of mine. Dallas, this guy look familiar to you? I never said I knew the source. Give him the key. Shit, really? That'd sure help. It's irresponsible. If we give you the key, you must do something for us. Happy to help. What do you need? Take this. The woman passes you a small handheld device. Got another achievement for meter. Hold it before the node. Press that little button. Think we can manage that, and return it to us. That's it. That's it. Dallas? Yeah. The boat key. Give it to them. Dallas reaches the key to you as he looks you in the eyes. A glimmer of familiarity lights his own. He says nothing. Settled, I suppose. That's right, it is. Okay, well, let's look around while I'm here. Images cycle across the screen. Cypress trees, marsh grass, piers, and other details from locations scattered around the lake. Stay safe. There's something in the air tonight. What do you mean? Doesn't matter what I mean, just keep your wits up. Yes, what is it? Did you get me my reading? Alright. Let's ask her. What's all this about? I've been following the evolution of the Super Duck network for nearly a decade. I've never seen it behave like this. How so? We believe that it's dying. Communication across the region has been scrambled and erratic. Birds are dropping from the sky en masse. It's even affecting the local wetland habitats. I have reason to suspect that an old colleague of mine died prematurely due to exposure to one of these nodes. Who is your colleague? Why would that be relevant to you? Peter, please. She was pushed out of the academy many years for the transcript fraud, and plagiarism, and harassment. She had a reputation for being irresponsible with her research and letting her personal grievances influence her findings. I once co-authored a paper with her on the fence line community of dimes. Her vendetta against S.H.I.E.L.D. and other commercial interests in that region alarmed me at first. But in the end, I think her motives were laudable and believe S.H.I.E.L.D. is ultimately to blame for her death. But I also suspect that Super Duck played a role. Her cancer was in remission the night that she was exposed to the Fat City node. Following that single incident of exposure, the speed of her relapse was remarkable. She was dead within weeks. I'm sorry, Dallas, but this is reality you must come to grips with. Who is your colleague? So same thing I just went through. Okay. Alright. Who are you conducting this research for? My research is funded through a private donor. There's no need to get into that. I've been studying these wetlands my entire life. Alright. And Dallas. A man in trench coat and elaborate bolo tie stares down at the carpet. What's up? What's your role in all this? I don't feel like getting into it. Been running jobs for Super for years, that's all. That's why Dr. Moore pulled me into this. All my money is tied up in the quack coin, and now, with the network down, quack's worth nothing. So I take whatever work comes my way, how it goes. Okay. Alright, we can leave that, but I also want to check out upstairs. What are you bothering these people for, Kay? We already got the boat key. Let's go. Nope. I want to be persistent. I'll keep doing it. Alright, well. Maybe I really can't get in there. Alright. I guess I can't. Let's see. Look at that. It works. Let's take us a little ride. You heading into the lake? Yes, sir. You done much riding out there? All the time. Then you know what it's like. A lot of the land has eroded away. Once you get past Interstate 10, you can hardly see where the water ends and the land begins. You talking about the ghost bayous? That's right. Man turns his attention to you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're saying the land is eroded, so it looks like open water. That's right. Once you pass beneath the interstate bridge out there, it's hard to tell the eroded land where all the dead trees fell from the open water. You might run your prop over submerged cypress trees, might even get yourself stuck. Then how are we supposed to get through? The strange boys with the name tags, they've been coming around lately. They seem to go through the Ghost Bayou just fine. They're always looking at that map. Maybe they know something we don't. And one more thing. If you got a sonar tracker on your phone, keep it handy. All kinds of stuff is hidden in this lake. Don't be shy about jumping in the water. You'll see some weird things down there, but it's just a trick of the light. Nah, bruh, they got ghosts in the water. Nonsense. Don't pay that any mind. Been swimming in these bayous all my life. If you get an alert from that sonar, dive in and see what it's about. You ready? Let's go. Alright. I like the little cars on the interstate up there. Alright, Kay, time to put on our detective hats. You got your phone handy? Let's take a look at the GPS. There was 2 sets of coordinates at Doug's place. One we found scribbled on the letter, same letter that mentioned your brother, said they were searching for a head. Now, I don't think that's your brother's head. That ain't what I'm saying, but I got a hunch all this is connected. The coordinates for that are on the northwest side of the lake. Might be worth checking out. The other came from that app on your phone. It was putting out some kind of distress signal. Looks like that one's coming from Eagles Pond. Both sets of coordinates are past the Ghost Bayous. We want to get there, we gotta figure out how to get through the Ghost Bayous first. You got that? Now, you do the driving. I'm going to loosen my tie and relax. Alright, so the first thing... I want to get to Trepinger's whatever pond. Sonar's going off. I figure they got something down there in the lake. Why don't you dive in and find out what it is? Why don't you? I'm trying to relax. This is my off hours. But be ready. What the man on the pier said is wrong. They got ghosts down there. Pod of mine dove in the water to drive appalling when he was building his camp. Said he saw his dead granddaddy swimming around dressed up like a race car driver. He tried to swim after him and he got sucked down a hole and ended up at a pizza restaurant 20 miles away. But it's my off hours. I'd hate to see something like that. It's the kind of hangover I got. Okay. You crash through the shallow depths of the lake as the swamp spins around you. You try desperately to regain a sense of direction, thrashing further from the water's surface. You sink deeper into the bayou in this way until at the last you emerge on the other side of the water, where you find a near-perfect mirror of the world you left behind. The contours of the galaxy are alight in the sky above you. You've never seen so many stars. A man sits beside a kerosene lamp in the dirt of a palmetto grove along the bank. He rises to take a closer look at you. I watch this swamp from the treetops every night, but I never watch the water, he says. He reaches out his hand and helps you onto the bank. In the shadows of the grove are other figures, whispering among themselves. The whispers are above you as well, in the invisible crowns of the cypress trees. You're one of Trip Hanger's children, aren't you? Who? The man whose property you're on, he says. His arpent stretches all the way to the river. He stares at you for a while longer, and then above you... Try this again. He stares at you for a while longer, and then above you to the opposite bank. Lucky you're not one of his kin. He has something coming his way. Someone from beyond the palmetto line whispers to this man. He backs away into the shadows. If you don't know this country, you'll need a lot. The man joins the rest of the assembly, and they walk deeper into the night, leaving a kerosene lamp behind. The light is solid, unchanging. Okay. So this is Trepanners. It needs to be pulsing slowly. Okay. There we go. Return to boat. That's what we need. No need to go down the canal. Let's see. Where am I at? Yeah, I need to go down the canal to get to lower suction. Ah, crap. That's certainly not what I meant to do. Alright, so I guess I better jump in the water here. And this one is the one at I-10, so it needs to be solid. Find nothing of interest. Oh. Okay, so never mind. Maybe I'll get a sense of it here. Surely there's something here. You dive into the wreckage of an old fishing village. Wooden pilings are shadows against the dim light of the evening. The pilings are driven deep into the silt, where planks and bottles and crab traps and stray pieces of tarp have coagulated into something whole. Swim towards the trash. You swim to the lake bottom and float beside this accretion of debris. A stray window rests among the trash, slightly opened. Swim through the window. You swim through the window and discover that there is no water beyond it. No longer buoyant, you fall immediately onto a wooden cypress floor. You scan the area. You're in a cluttered living room, clean and well kept. The picture frames along the walls shake. The foundation of the home rocks. You look outside the window from which you entered. Rather than the depths of the lake, you see a torrent of wind and rain ripping across the open sky. Lightning cracks punctuate those furious sounds, and in the small crevices of silence there are screams. There is a door to your right that leads into the balcony of the home. Inspect the room. Along the wall of the living room are many framed tintypes of seemingly random moments, as if captured by accident. With each burst of wind, more of them crash onto the floor. Among the images is a hand waving, scarcely recognizable for the blur. The underside of a table, a clutter of shoes, a centipede held out onto a napkin. As you make your way to the center of this collection, you find a picture of your mom. She's young, her hair grown past her shoulders. She's not smiling, nor is she angry. Alright, go to the balcony. The world outside is a maelstrom. Water laps at the balcony, threatening its foundation. You watch as willow trees floating along the bank of the bayou leave the earth entirely, sucked into an insatiable purple sky. In the distance, figures hug the crowns of cypress trees, screaming prayers into the vortex. Among those, so stranded is Blake, who has lashed a rope around a tree and is holding to it desperately. You dive from the balcony into the floodwaters and swim against the strongest current the bayou has ever known. When you emerge, there's no home, no Blake, no hurricane, only the infinite evening. The blank waves from the boat that idles near the bank. "You good, Kay?" he shouts. You look up at the cypress tree where the apparition of your brother clung only a moment before. A rope hangs from it, limp in the stagnant air. Pull the rope. A light awakens from somewhere in the depths of the bayou. So this one is lower suction. Yeah, it needs to be... I need to pull the rope again. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. That's not it. The light blinks twice quickly and pauses for a moment before blinking. Yes, that's what I want. Return to boat. Alright, so back up. Here. There should be something here, I think. No, it says nothing of interest. Okay, here we go. Just had to find the right spot. As you fall into the lake, you watch the traffic lights of the overpass become like a mirage on the surface of the water. There is a sound of cars rushing above you, and then there is the sound of your descent, and then there is nothing. The lake and all of its sediment is infinite in its silence. It holds you captive and you are unable to move. Paralyzed in this way, you watch the dim suggestion of headlights cut across the bridge in their erratic cadence. All at once, an explosion of sound punctuates that vacuum of silence. For the smallest moment, the silence returns before a truck crashes into the water, sending a shockwave that releases you from the water's grip. The truck is sinking quickly, unnaturally, as if being pulled magnetically from below. You swim down to the vehicle. The headlights kill as you approach. The cab light flickers on. Blake sits in the passenger seat with a familiar look of distress. The driver's seat is empty. He sees you and begins to bang on the window. The cab fills quickly, cutting the lights. You pull open the door and swim into the cab as the pressure equalizes. You feel around desperately, your lungs screaming. The cab light awakens again to reveal an empty vehicle. Blake is nowhere. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. Okay, this one needs to be solid. Alright. Flip again. And flip again. Alright. We should be good. So now let's zoom out. And next I need to hit the wheel. I'm just going to go straight up here and then right at Float Road. Okay, yeah. Alright, here we go. I'll take it easy as I approach the center of the wheel. Here we go. I think this is it. You plunge into the logging canal and immediately find yourself tangled in the branches of a felled tree. You struggle to free your arm. No luck. As you pull, the tree pulls back until at last its force proves the stronger and begins to drag you through flotsam and foam. It's impossible to see beyond the suspended sediment of the water. In a sudden violent moment, a force pulls the tree into the night air, and you along with it. As you hug the trunk of the tree, you see before you a massive machine spitting smoke into the sky. The machine sits atop a barge. Mounted to the barge is a large drum that spins slowly and powerfully, winding the rope that grips the tree in which you float. You look to either side and see crews of workmen balancing upon pirogues? I don't know that word. Axing wedges into the base of cypress trees along the canal. Some pole the felled trees to the edge of the canal, while others paddle from danger as the towering trees crash into the water. You rest your arm from the cypress and climb onto the barge. A foreman stands upon the platform and regards you with a scowl as the barge begins to sink into the water. He points to the firebox at his side. "My dear, don't slow down now." You look down at the pile of coal and the shovel beside the firebox. Both now submerged as the boat sinks further. The shovel floats towards you as the water reaches the roof of the pull boat. The sinking boat settles upon the silt bottom, and you find yourself floating beside the firebox while holding the shovel. The light of the firebox continues to glow even in the depths of the water. The light is solid, unchanging. I want this one to be fast. Shovel coal. The light pulses slowly. Regular. Anyway, shovel coal. Twice. Nope. Shovel coal. There we go. Alright, return to boat. Alright, cool. So now I'm headed... Jeez Louise. Alright. Go up to there, and then kind of hug to the right. No. Oh, geez, I don't know, man. I'm just going to start by going west. This is going to take a while to get through this section. This is a long section considering it's so unlike the rest of the game. Can I get there from this way? You know what? No, I want to go back down here. Alright. And then we're going to go to the left. Alright, let's keep going straight. Jump in the water and see what's going on here. You plunge into the water. You pass your hands through the increasingly obscure cloud of sediment. A stray branch juts from a larger tangle of detritus. Two beads of light shine from the direction of the branch. As you make your way closer, you discern the shadows of a form. You pass your hands over it, soft, almost gelatinous flesh. The distinct ridge of a nose, the firm, unmistakable texture of teeth, glowing eyes hardened like glass. You wrest the head from its hanging place and swim towards the boat. Alright. What you got there, Kay? A little treasure from the lake? You hang the head from its I know that word, but I can't come up with the pronunciation. Anyway, tangle of hair and display it to LeBlanc. Dear sweet mother of Jesus. The head continues to rock gently in the wind. That's great, kid. Just put it down. Watch with them eyes. LeBlanc taps his fingernail on one of the eyes. Them eyes ain't human. He presses his thumb into the head and the two glass-like orbs slip easily from their sockets. The head is entirely without eyes. Alright, playtime's over. We still got another set of coordinates to check out. So from here, just continue eastward. Okay. I think we'll go south a little bit. Looks good. Okay, so go over that and then start turning south. Got it. And then I'm going to make a turn to the west when I get a chance. Here, I would imagine. Yeah, right before I enter duck blinds. Okay. And just keep going straight. What in the hell? Is this a giant eagle? Oh, it's called Eagle's Pond, I guess. So, I guess it is a giant eagle. Alright. God's name am I looking at here? Take a minute to look at the mind map. Oh, well, it's because this literally just showed up. Super duck. Oh. May have contributed to your mom's death. A group of researchers at the fishing camp in La Branche have evidence to suggest that some event has led to the rapid decay of the super duck network. Super duck is dying. Oh. That's what I looked at by mistake. I meant to... Okay. Super duck may have contributed to your mom's death. Your mom was in remission when she visited the super duck node in Fat City. Following this exposure, her relapse was rapid and her death came soon after. The high-frequency radiation emitted by the superduct node may have played a role. Okay. I'm assuming all I can do here is talk to Super Duck. Wait, I still got something in the mind map. Garrett. Okay. The Garretts are meeting at John's Pond. The letter on the fishing camp bulletin board instructs Garretts passing through to meet at John's Pond on the northeast side of the lake for the launch. Okay. Bruh. I seen some big bald eagles in the spillway before. Never nothing like this. Looks like somebody tore its eyes out. I think it could use these. You slot the eyes into the bird's empty sockets. Holy crap. Just what in the hell is this? Bruh, what? That bird just puked out a floating ball. Mr. Peachy used to tell us all the time they got aliens in this lake. The hell's it doing to you? Almost looks like it's giving you a sniff. The sphere shrinks down and buries itself inside your coat. Whoa now, looks like you made a friend. Be careful carrying that ball around in your pocket, Kay. Don't let it blast lasers out your eyes. Shit. Feel kinda sorry for the big bird, bruh. First time I seen an alien do that to a bird. All the heat coming off this thing starting to make my skin itch. Let's roll. First, let's check the mind map. We've got updates to client. Super Duck is dying. I thought we already looked at that. Oh, here we go. You infer that the network's decay is the result of a luminous sphere vomited up by a Super Duck node in the lake. Okay. And now we've got something in the lake. Your mom saw something in the lake. Super Duck ate it. Maybe Super Duck consumed the vessel of light to gain power or wisdom, but it only destroyed the network in the end. Okay. Alright. So now with that, we had to head to John's Pond. So we're going to go northeast to Duck's Blinds, and then it's going to be easy to get there. Oh, something else at Duck's Blind. I guess I shouldn't be surprised by this. We've got a Garrett, second Garrett, a third Garrett with a gun. 3 Garretts guard the pass. Their tonsures, robes, and smudged foreheads awaken something in your memory. No more getting through this way. Ditch man's orders. Unless you're the ones with the messenger. Are you the ones with the messenger? The messenger? That's right. The big round thing with the juice in it. Oh, you talking about the juice ball? Bro, we got the juice ball right here. Okay, show him. Show this little dude the juice ball. Ditch man? Yeah, Ditch man, our new daddy. We're looking for my brother. Cool. You know a guy named Blake? Little loser guy, clothes don't fit right? Dead lady's kid? Oh, yeah, Jesus lady's kid. He's over at the Ark all tied up like a pig. Is he alive? Yeah, Ditch man's taking good care of him. He's fine. You hearing this, Kay? We gotta get through. They're holding your... We found a head in the lake. Oh, so you found it. We were searching for a while, but we gave up. What the hell happened? John got what was coming to him. He took us for granted, wouldn't let us wear cool Templar stuff. So this man pulled an alpha move and popped his head off. And that's okay with you? Yeah, John sucked. Everybody thought so. Check out this dude. We await the bearer of the messenger. Ditchman prophesies that she will pass through this very bayou with the messenger hitting in her pocket. We will radio him after she leaves so that he may prepare the throne. Kay got this big marble that shrunk down and hid inside her pocket. You talking about something like that? Yes. Kay, show him that ball you found in the bird's mouth. Wait till you see this thing. Show him, Kay. That's it. Is that it? Its light is nourishing and divine. I can see the crystalline texture of everything that surrounds me. Flood me with another kiss. I'm begging you. I'm on the edge. Just one more time, please, God. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh. There was a swamp and a lake and a refinery, and Kay had no face. I am the one. There's a great coming apart of this world. Can you see it? The coming apart so that the light, was what was hidden in the salt, can shine again. I am the sun. I was the one in the mall. I am the one in the swamp. But who would be in the swamp and not fly your mother's corpse into the stars as a benediction where prayers collide? Who would not follow your mother down the ditch if I were the light and if I were the man who presides over this night, this ditch man night? I am the one. So y'all mind if we squeeze by right quick? What? Oh, you got the messenger? Nice. Yeah, you can pass. Ditch man's waiting. Hey, Rhett. Yeah. Radio to base. Let them know the messenger's on its way. Come in, ground control. This is Duck Blinds. Ground control, come in. Garrett? Why's no one answering over there? Probably just prepping for launch. You two are free to take your boat through this pass. As soon as we get someone from base on the radio, we'll let them know you're coming. Okay, cool guys, thanks. Check my map. So we've got Sunken Head. The head that you discovered in the lake belonged to a man named John, once the leader of the Garretts. He was beheaded by ditchmen. That all makes perfect sense, sure. The man in the ditch is Garrett's new daddy. The man in the ditch beheaded Ken or John to secure his place as the leader of the Garretts and take control of the Ark. The man in the ditch... Alright. Okay. Go back to the boat. So from here... Okay, just go around that little thingy and... This part should be easy. Whoa now. What's in the water here? I wasn't expecting anything, but now I want to know. You sink into the shallow depths and begin the routine of dredging its bottoms with your fingers. Something wet and sponge-like distinguishes itself from the silt. You take it in hand and return to the boat. Having climbed over the gunwale, you observe the object that you discovered in the waning evening light. Monkey returns your gaze, his eyes now empty of any knowing or evidence of life. You found another toy, Kay? Your rotten head needed a friend to play with? That's nice. There is no infinite star left in the stuffed toy. You place him in your bag. I thought sure I'd get a... Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I got a achievement for that as well, which I expected. Alright, let's hit up John's Pond here. This feels like kind of in-game approach. Oh god. Look at this crap. Keys in the ring. What an evening it has been in Norco, folks. I just left S.H.I.E.L.D.'s exclusive carnival ball where Laura St. Clair was found dead in her office. And the corpse of disgraced academic Catherine Madeir, no friend to the St. Clair family, was exhumed from the Red Church mausoleum. Coincidence? Keith sure doesn't think so. To top it all off, the charismatic social media influencer Ken or John has announced that tonight he will be launching a homebrewed spacecraft from right here in La Branch wetlands. John and his disciples were able to erect this engineering behemoth in complete secrecy despite sitting squarely in the flight path of Armstrong International Airport. Does it end there? Not quite. An inside source tells me that a war is brewing among rival factions of Ken or John's disciples, the infamous Garretts. An unfamiliar figure named Ditchman has emerged to challenge John's reign amidst the discord. And John, rarely caught off stream, is nowhere to be found. Who will win the War of the Garrets? Who killed Laura St. Clair? Was it the same culprit who exhumed the recently entombed body of Catherine Madeira? Where is Kenner John? Will he manage to get his junker off the ground? Keep your eyes on the ring, because Keith's got him cornered in Keith's Corner. Zero watching. That was such a weird little thing to pop in there, but it was fun. Alright. Man, this is a big thing going down. Let's see. Roland. Greetings. The costume figure keeps his attention focused on the distant crowd. You a Garrett? No, these Garretts. I've never heard of them before tonight. I came here with a group of others from Shield's Carnival Ball. Police and private security were swarming the facility as I left, a disturbance of some kind. A perfect evening to launch a rocket, with the cops already tied up at the refinery. What happened at the refinery? Another attendant in the ball said there was an explosion, though I didn't see or hear anything from within. From within the Good Hope plantation. Perhaps we'll find out more on the evening news. And so here I am, from one circus to the next. This rocket, these people, what do you make of it? They must have a death wish. Maybe. Maybe they want to live, but are willing to risk death for what they believe. That's not so uncommon. Let's listen in to this group. Menthols. What a circus. And Beanie. How'd you hear about it? Text from a friend. Did you bring a kayak or anything? Someone let me float over on their raft. What about you? Inflatable mattress. Worth it. I'd do anything to watch these little shits explode. Right over here we've got a Garrett with a book. I always wanted to be a Garrett. I saw the app but never could find the readings. I follow these guys online. They never follow me back, but that's fine. Starting to think all the Garretts might die tonight. All might die? Why? This whole thing is a huge mess. No one knows who's steering the ship. Literally, half the Garretts defected, the rest seem to be losing their minds. I hear the Garretts inside the Ark, the engineers, are holding it together. But this isn't what space travel is supposed to look like, is it? Half-assed like this? Seems bad. We're looking for my brother. Who's your brother? Guy named Blake. Little drugged out dude with bad facial hair. We think these rocket freaks kidnapped him. Wow, I don't know anything about that. This picture just gets worse and worse. Okay. What else? What else we got? That do anything? No. Alright, let's check out the spacecraft. I gotta be coming out to the lake more. They got big monster birds, alien spaceships. Bro, they got it all. Wow. Yeah, this is serious. So we've got Rose. We've got a lone drinker. Look at this dude. We've got a Minotaur. A group talking. A weird hat. How did those goofy mall freaks build something like this, man? It doesn't make any sense. What I heard is Shield gave Kenner John a bunch of money and he hired a team of engineers to build it. No way. Just what I heard. I heard it was crowdfunded. Then how'd they keep it secret for so long? No clue. A friend of mine knows a Garrett. He said they hired contractors for part of the construction but designed the whole thing themselves. Can they even fly it? No way in hell. That's why I'm here, to watch those dipshits blow themselves up. Come on, Rico. What? They're Nazis. They're not Nazis. Yeah, they're not Nazis. They're just impressionable dorks. They squatted them all and built a rocket. What have we done besides drink at St. Somewheres every night? Garretts are cool. We're the dorks. Sounds like a Garrett to me. Alright, Rose. Hey, welcome to the party, haha. How did you get out here? Oh yeah, that part was a mess. The rocket nerds tried to build a road from Kenner into the lake by dumping a bunch of oyster shells in the marsh. As soon as cars started using it, the road sunk straight into the water. A friend of mine's car is sitting half-flooded at the Paris line. But all these other people drove in from the city with kayaks, canoes, inflatable rafts, what have you. We parked in some neighborhood along the lakefront and walked as far down their janky road as we could until some guy in a ski mask picked us up on a raft made out of like action figures and stuff. No clue how we're getting back. Why are there so many people here? I was wondering that myself. A friend of mine saw something online about the little mall Nazis trying to launch a rocket. We weren't doing anything else, so we came to see for ourselves. I guess word got out. Alright, check out the Lone Drinker. Woo! Oh, wow, whichever. I'm in the swamp. This is unbelievable. The majesty of this place is so inspiring. Swamp's pretty cool. We was just taking a dive underneath the bridge and found us a whole car down there. You're a diver? So are you like a real swamp person? Yeah, bruh. I've been in these swamps my whole life. My daddy used to make us shit off the boat. Oh. Said we was chumming the waters. Alright, how about Minotaur? The ground beneath us is sinking as I'm standing here. Of all the places to build a rocket, why do it on an eroding island in the swamp? These people are idiots. Why the costume? We were at Shield's masquerade ball this evening. We left just in time. I heard from others that police surrounded the refinery a few minutes later. What happened? There were reports of gunshots. Sounds like the work of an oil pirate. No doubt this will escalate the manhunt that's underway for Lucky. Who's Lucky? A pirate who's gotten a bit too bold lately. He's been testing Shield's patient. He's going to get himself killed. How do you know? I helped to secure the contract with Cloud Bionics. I did my homework. I don't think Lucky knows what kind of enemies he's making, but he'll soon find out. We're trying to get inside the rocket. There are lots of people trying to get in. Some of them are just spectators who want to take a look around. Then there are the men posted at the camp on the east side of the rocket. They seem to have more sinister intentions. And of course, there are all the lower garrets who've been locked out. Intentionally, I'm sure. Wish I could help you. Someone around here must know a way in. Okay. That dude's not really much help. Alright, so let's look at the mind map right quick. The head you discovered in the lake, belonged to John, blah blah blah. Okay. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake before she died. You determined that the unpermitted construction in question was related to a spacecraft deep in the wetlands that surround Lake Pontchartrain. So what have I got? The entrance, the fishing camp, the shipping container, and John's farm. Okay, let's check out the shipping container. Actually, no, let's go back out and look at the entrance. But I'm sure I'm not going to get right in. Here's a researcher. Hey, I've got nothing to do with any of this. Why are you here? I've been helping conduct some research in the lake. There's a team with the base station in La Branch. They've rented out an old fishing camp and hired me to set up their monitoring equipment. I was doing my routes, checking the cameras, when all of a sudden people were swimming up to my boat out of the darkness. They climbed in, nearly flipped my flatboat right over. They commandeered the whole thing, took the key, drove us out here. Now they're lost in the crowd somewhere partying. How will you leave? That's what I'm standing here asking myself. What research are you conducting? A viral network has infected many of the trees in the area. Some of the cypress roots have taken on iridescent quality. They've become more electrically conductive. The whole swamp is becoming a kind of brain, to put it bluntly. But something has changed in the past several weeks. The more conductive cypress are dying. We're seeing rapid erosion and subsidence of the land at their base. The viral network, whatever it is receding. Is that good or bad? I don't know. What do you think? If this swamp becomes sentient, good or bad? Bad. That's my hunch as well. Bad for us at least. Check out this Garrett. Great. More hipster scum just showed up. I'm not with these people. How did this happen? This was supposed to be a small ceremony for Garrett's only. Now it's overrun with smug, cokehead scum. And to top it off, I can't even get into the Ark. They timed security once the downtown crowd showed up. They need a key card to get in. Who has a key card? The engineers and security Garretts. But the engineers are all inside getting ready for liftoff. Nobody cares about a regular working Garrett like me. What's with the get-up? You too, huh? What's wrong, buddy? Everyone just loves the costume. You know what? That's all people like you do is wear a costume. Every day of your life you put on a costume and hope someone notices. I'm wearing this outfit for me. For me, okay? What happened to the collared shirts? We get to wear whatever we want now that Ditch Man's in charge. Bro, y'all are a hoot. I love you guys. I hate scum. I love Garrett's, man. Just love them. Okay. The entrance is blocked by the crowd. Alright. So I can't get in there. Now let's go to the shipping container area. We've got a laptop, we've got a container, we got Gooch, some gawkers, a Garrett. Just listen in. And micro influencer. Keep filming this freak. I just know he's gonna snap. Oh, totally. A nano influencer. The other Garretts ditched him and he doesn't even realize it. Even when the Garretts can't stand you, that's when you know you're the fucking worst. A browser sits open on the laptop. You click through the tabs. A web map centered on your current location. A troubleshooting guide for a custom energy cell. Image results of vintage stuffed monkeys. Surprised this, everything is so, innocent. An armed man watches over the area from a lawn chair perched on the roof of the shipping container. Let's go talk to the armed man. Hey bruh, who invited scum to our lunch party? This was supposed to be Garrett's only. Are you an elite Garrett? Well, yes, I am an elite Garrett. I'm the original Garrett. But John never let me be a Garrett because I couldn't find this stupid reading. So you are a Garrett or you aren't a Garrett? I'm Garrett. I'm the Garrett. Then why it says Gooch on your name tag, bruh? When we get to Mars, all the others will be Gooch, and I'll be the only Garrett. Puffy promised. I ain't even going to ask. We want to get into the rocket. Well, you can't. Only Garretts are allowed inside the Ark. If you wanted to fly to Mars with the cool guys, then you should have earned your badge a long time ago. I'm the only one around here with a key card to get in. And there's no way I'm lending it out to scum like you. I'm not scum. Bruh, you're a scum, I can tell. All you people have rich parents, so why do you dress like hillbillies? Bruh, Case family don't have shit. They some seriously pathetic people, I promise you. It's like embarrassing. Bruh, she's scum, that's it. End of discussion. Bruh, just let us go and take a peek in that rocket. I always wanted to see inside a spaceship. I'm gonna make a note here because I'm interested in the bruh with a U versus bra with a H. I'm gonna look into that. No bra. Come on, bruh. No bra. Alright. No help. Hi. Are you here for the liftoff? How can I help you? What kind of Garrett are you? I'm one of the original ne'er-do-wells who have constructed a starship in the swamp. I am virtuous and immortal, much like our anointed leader, Ditch Man. Ditch Man? What about John? John? I recoil upon hearing his name. John is a blasphemous fool who wears sneakers while demanding that the Garretts walk the earth disgust? I've never seen that word before, I don't think. If I had his head, I would wave it about in honor of the Anointed One. Well, shit, I think we've got his head in Kate's bag if you're serious. Give it to me and I'll show you just how serious I am. If I had John's head, I would proudly wave it in the air, announcing God's triumph over the vile snake. We are the Garretts of Ditchman, and we hate John. I can't ask anything else. Alright, dude. Have at it. Is this John? His head? I have his head? Just like Ditchman. Just like him. Like Ditchman, John's head, John's head. Everyone please listen. I have conducted the services. I didn't get to read that because I had a achievement pop up. Alright, so let's talk to this guy again. I am the one they call Ditchman. I have taken the head of Kenner John. I made him suffer. I did not walk discalced as the desert father should. He wore sneakers. Garrett needs to put that head down and stop saying he's Ditchman, bruh. If those guys across the yard hear him say that, they'll kill him. Who are the guys across the yard? They're some old friends of John's. They showed up when they found out Pawpaw was trying to take over the Ark. Hold up. Pawpaw? What about Ditchman? Pawpaw is Ditchman. Pawpaw is Ditchman? Duh. Holy hell, it's all making sense now. Those guys across the yard are looking to kill Pup. If they hear Garrett shouting that he's Ditchman, they'll kill him. Alright, so we got more mines map. Alright, so Pawpaw. The man in the ditch is Pawpaw. The man in the ditch is Pawpaw, a former NORCO resident who believed that your mom was a descendant of Jesus Christ. The man in the ditch... Okay, finish thought. This is my kind of place, where you sign up to be a Garrett. Ditchman is Pawpaw? You heard it too, huh? It all makes sense. That old dude had a weird obsession with your mama. Now he's out here with all these freaks. Don't get me wrong, they pretty cool. You gotta be cool to build a spaceship. But the old man thought your mama was kin to Jesus. Now that she's dead, doesn't surprise me he'd turn his attention to Blake. Nutty stuff, bro. How are we supposed to get into the rocket? I got no clue. Let's go talk to some people. See what we can piece together. Alright, looks like that's everyone to talk to out here. Hey! What? I'm doing something in here. What are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm running ground control. We've got an Ark to launch. Please just let me focus. Please. There was an open bar at Shield. I'm dying here. Huh. I used the orb. The messenger is here, don't you see? It was never for John. Why would it be for John? John wore sneakers. John wore sneakers. Alright. So what do we do now? Using the orb here didn't help. How about here? No. So I feel like there's gotta be something I can do. The meter for detecting radiation. The ring that your mom wore around her neck. Monkey. God damn it. I keep screwing that up. Okay, that's a crack tub. Anything here in the phone out? No. Head back to the shipping container. Try to get out here. Well, I'm not sure what to do. Stop knocking. You know how loud that is? I've got a bad enough hangover as it is. Yes, please leave. I'm gonna keep knocking. What is it, for God's sake? Okay. I've got to repeat now. I'm trying to... Wait. I'm trying to focus, alright? My head's throbbing and you clowns are just driving me insane. Just go. Yeah, I'm not getting anything new. Oh. I got it. I want to record this audio. Okay. The man across the yard. I knew he was going to crack. I told you. Is that Kenner John's head? Yes. Are you live streaming this? Yes. This is unbelievable. What a night. What a night. Long live the Garretts. So what man across the yard? He says he's got nothing to do with any of it. He hates everyone. Yeah, I don't have the option there. So do I have the option to play that for anyone? No. I will say I didn't think they'd actually do it. On some level, I've always admired the Garretts. It'll be sad to watch them go up in flames. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what I missed. Jesus. How's it going tonight, folks? What's happening in this corner? We're waiting on Ditchman to show his cowardly ass. And what happens then? Well, the man gestures to the sniper position on the roof of the camp. What's it look like? Y'all ain't exactly hidden, bruh. This man thinks he's immortal. We're here to rid him of that notion. That little dude on the shipping container screaming his head off about being Ditchman better hope these dudes don't hear him. Seems like they mean business. I want to look around more first. Where's Ditchman? Where is he? The minute he shows his face, we're gonna smoke his ass. Show face, smoke ass. Like I say, I'm worried about the wild little dude on the shipping container. What if they hear him saying he's Ditchman? Seems like they mean business. I get the hint. I like this area. These dudes ain't messing around. My kind of people. Alright. Let's play this. It's him. Where's he at? Up there on the shipping container. Knuckle. Sup, Chuck? Got a position. Where's he at, Chuck? Up on the shipping container. Give him a little warning shot, why don't you? Say no more, Chuck. Gave the target a little scare, Chuck. Great work. Alright. Now, where'd everybody go? One little gunshot and the place clears out? I think it did. The door is still shut. Oh, great. A keycard scanner. We gotta find us a card to get in. Alright. They shot Gooch. They shot Gooch. They were trying to shoot me. Where are they? Go away. Go away. They'll see me here. Just go away. Okay. God, this sucks. This party is starting to make me freak out a little bit. You again. You follow the mayhem, don't you? Who are you? I'm a man dressed as a bird standing at the foot of a monument to stupidity and death. And you are a young woman without a face floating indifferently through a world stuck in time. What about me? Do me. You, detective, are a lout who sleeps beside the toilet. Perhaps you work beside it as well, although there's been very little of that lately. You fear being alone with your thoughts, so much so that you talk endlessly just to drown them out. Damn, bruh. Thought you was going to give me a fun one. What fun is it, being you? What brings you here? I've been following along. Birds always watch. Haven't you noticed? Following what along? The affairs of this world are far larger than you could map in the darkness of your mind. The mental lights will illuminate, and they will shine for a while. But then they will burn up all the oxygen inside your skull. Why were you at S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because my daughter works there. It's the one night when I may visit her without being seen. Alright, so let's see. Figure out what's next. Okay. So, let's check Gooch. Gooch writhes in pain from a gunshot wound. You approach the injured guard as LeBlanc begins searching through his pockets. The hell is this? Get off me. Hey, he's shot, man. You trying to pickpocket a guy who just got shot? Yeah, bruh, I guess I am. Someone needs to do something. Someone. LeBlanc turns away from the man in the hat and places one hand on the injured guard's shoulder, while continuing to dig through his pockets with the other. Just rest, kid. Help's on the way. You called an ambulance? No, but somebody probably did. LeBlanc finds a card in the guard's back pocket and slips it into his own. Good luck. Alright. This is what I needed. If LeBlanc put it in his back pocket, how's it in my backpack? These are the important questions. Looks like it worked. Alright, we're getting closer. This has always been a little dream of mine, getting to tour a spaceship. Looks like a legitimate operation in here. Everybody hard at work. Wonder if they even know about all the madness happening outside. Yeah, legitimate, with a couch and some folding tables. Whoa. Hey, alright, your old buddy came out to play. I didn't know any better. I'd say the thing was making eyes at you. Whoa now. It's getting kind of up close and personal. Alright, backing back up, and now it went somewhere. God damn, wish somebody would kiss me like that one day. What you was doing while that thing was in your pocket? Hey, Kay? Kay, you alright? You're not looking so hot. Got shaky knees? That kiss swept you off your feet? Maybe you just need some fresh air. Should we take a walk? Or maybe what you need is darkness? Want me to dim the lights? We can find somewhere dark to walk, like the canyons of the moon. Think they got sidewalks on the moon? I bet they glow at night, just like the ghost bayous do. The ghost bayous glow to show you where to go. Maybe everywhere that you need to go just glows. You alright, kid? You alright, kid? Alright? That was weird. I guess this is where we're going. Well now. Well. Pretty obvious I'm following this thing. Oh, what? Oh, that's that painting from this man's closet. What have we here? Uh-oh. Jumped right out of the sky. Alright. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I'm making progress here. There we go. Oh, that guy's still going. Uh-oh. John? Wait. I thought John was dead. Am I crazy? Alright, let me make a note there, because yeah, I thought John was dead. Maybe it'll be explained. I feel this is the weird, bizarre, nonsensical wrap-up that we're going to end up with. Uh-oh. Whoa now. Flash stack? Shield guard? Dude, I don't know. Whoa, crap. Okay, we got that. Alright, we almost got the flare stack taken down. Shield. Oh, that's shield. Okay. Ouch. Yeah, this is gonna take a little bit. Hey. Okay. There's more? Yeah, this is... oh man, this is just so weird. I was not expecting any of this. What is this? The super duck? Oh no. Alright, well, did some real damage. We'll take out left pelican, I guess. Oh, Jesus. I'm glad I've got plenty of health. Yeah, I forgot about this being super duck. So super duck isn't the end. Who's going to be above super duck? Because we already fought John, and then Shield, and then Super Duck. So who the hell's left? Shepherd's Watch, Mezzanine. There's a lookout, there's a statue, there's Mezzanine. And we're in Shepherd's Watch. A statue towers above you, arms extended, appendages projecting out like the naked shafts of feathers. Okay, on the Shepherd's Watch, the detective is slouched against the railing, bleeding from several wounds. Bruh, who puts a balcony on a spaceship? What happened to you? Tried to tell you to turn around, why didn't you listen? If you can get out of here, go. Just go. You was running around down there just punching walls, knocking shit over. Eventually I lost sight of you. Came up here to find you, but the old man... Shit. I'm bleeding out. I can hardly keep my eyes open. Let's get you up. Hell no, don't touch me, just go. And listen, okay? You see Gus? Don't tell him I got killed by some old perverted son of a bitch. He might think that's funny. Tell him it was an animal, like a big raccoon. Well, not a raccoon, just he drifts in and out of consciousness. Just don't say it was an alligator. He always thought he knew the swamps better than me, and hell, I really think I'm dying, Kay. He takes hold of your arm. I can see the light and everything. The detective's breathing slows. He blinks, his face twitches, and a few moments later he releases you from his grip. Wow. Well, sucks. I guess this is where we're headed. I don't know which side I should go in. I guess we'll try the right one since that's the one that's open. You wander into the unlit hallway. The door closes shut behind you. The darkness that surrounds you is total. Continue down the hallway. You take small steps, your hand running along the wall for guidance. No trace of light anywhere in this corridor. Your steps become lighter. Your feet press soundlessly upon the ground. A few steps more and the ground begins to soften like fabric. The wall becomes pliable as you drag your fingers across it. You scramble to return to the door and find yourself floating. You're floating, Kay. There's no gravity here where you are, in this vacuum. There are no walls, there's no ground. Beneath you, if you stare with patience, you can see the curves of the Mississippi. You can see the ponds and canals and lakes of the Gulf of Mexico. The refineries alight in your eyes and in your lungs. The suburbs are alive tonight. The suburbs are alive. The city can't be described tonight. The city can't be described. The coastline opens wide tonight and the bayous hide. Your house is silent tonight. You'll leave it behind tonight. You slip from the endless evening and return to a delirious dream. Let's walk through this house one last time as the floodwaters rise. The humidity presses in. The refinery bleeds through the window. You place your feet onto the carpet, drenched. The pumping station has failed again. Your mom will pull this carpet up again. The ditches will fill again, and there will be no hiding from the floods and death or anywhere else. Let's look out the window. The wrens weave in and out of the night. They glow unnaturally. They speak in signals about each move you make. They watch closely after you look away. Monkey smiles at you, his eyes widen and widen. All that remains of Monkey are his eyes. The water's to your ankles now as you step into the room. There's not much here. A bed, a lamp, a notepad, a little picture of your parents. You look at the picture. She's young, perhaps your age. Long brunette hair, olive skin. He's looking at her with a knowing and amused expression, his denim shirt smeared with rust. She leans against him, her head on his shoulder, pinky fingers locked. Light breaks through the oak trees in the yard, forming a radiant halo around her head. You let the frame slip from your fingers. It falls, and the room falls, and they both fall forever. Blake's room. Blake lies in bed, scrolling on his phone. You peek your head in. He looks up. He says, he's irritated. You respond. His frown becomes more shallow. So you're leaving, he seems to think. Your face hardens. He shrugs. You shrug. You give something like a wave, and as you depart from the door, Blake falls into a lake of stars. Alright, let's hit up the living room. Your mom sits on the couch of the living room, staring out the window. She doesn't acknowledge you when you enter. Sit beside her. You sit down on the couch and force her attention. When she turns to you, the indifference drains from her face. I wish you'd have come just a little sooner, she says, and takes your hand. I thought maybe we'd have breakfast together or something. I actually dreamed about it. I wanted to. That's what I'd hoped, she smiles. Just that you wanted to. She hugs you awkwardly and kisses you on the forehead before wiping tears on her sleeve. She looks down at her feet. It's flooding. You nod. Alright, well, I should. She gets up without another word and walks out of the room. The refinery explosion plays on the television when you get up to leave. Bathroom. As you enter the bathroom, you find yourself all at once inside of the shower with water running down on you. You cut the water and exit, towing off in a hurry as you approach the mirror. You wipe the steam from its surface to see yourself for the first time. You have green eyes and coarse hair curled wildly at its ends. You look like your mom did at your age, like in the pictures when she smiled beside Blue. There's a small scar above your left eye. A silver cross hangs from your neck. You step away from the mirror, but the reflection remains. You finish drying and throw the towel into the floodwater, dress, clip the lights, and leave the room. Your reflection in the mirror decays in the bulb's afterglow. A distorted face, pinpoint eyes, and a hairline mouth wills itself to survive. On to the kitchen. Cockroaches scatter from your footfalls. They feed on the crumbs and medication spilled across the table. They decorate every surface and congeal in their rising water. Open the microwave. You open the microwave door and there is the head from the lake, eyes closed like the face of a man, only resting. You slam the microwave door shut and leave little pockets behind for the roaches to fill. And, lastly, the laundry room. The laundry room scares you, has always scared you. Blue stands in the corner. He peels his forehead from the wall to meet you. He clutches the towel tightly, nervously. Speak to Blue. I wanted to be around, he says. No, it's not what happened, but it's what I wanted. He waits for you to respond. Respond, I did too. You were too young to want anything, Kay. You don't remember me at all. Like I was never there. Not blaming you for it, just the way it happened to be. He puts his hand on the wall, and the wall begins to dissolve. You just don't think that... He looks down at the water spreading across the linoleum tiles. That it'll get bad, but when it does, you don't think there's any other way it can be. That's what gets me. The voided light of the backyard breaks through the wall as he presses his hand more firmly against it. I don't know. I just wished I was there. That's all I wanted to say. The light engulfs your father as the wall rematerializes before you, and the laundry room drops into the depths of the greater New Orleans. Guess we're going to finish up in Catherine's office. The secret room. The ladder rattles in the closet of the hidden room as you descend into the floodwaters. Million's head hangs limp, her chin a few inches from the water's surface. As you trudge towards her, her shattered face lifts slowly until her voice twists from it in a gasp of electricity. Kay, you're awake, she says. A sphere of flickering light strobes behind what remains of her face. I want to apologize for my behavior earlier. You're a spy. She raises her arms in a gesture like a malfunctioning doll and spreads her fingers out desperately. It's not what I wanted. Please know it's not what I wanted. Her gestures become small and erratic, spasms animated by a deep current of anguish. You have seen what's inside my mind. A grove hidden in the blackness of night where a hunter hides. In some moments the hunter is at the front of my mind, dragging me into a place where the ground glows red and hatred bleeds from it, and I can hardly arrest my limbs for all the infinite spiraling vectors of rage. That is what it can be like in an artificial mind. She lifts her hand from the floodwaters and pokes at her processing core suspended in a delicate gossamer. It glows with effort beyond her shattered faceplate. Here is where the hunter lives, she says. Her vocal pitch twists and splits as she pinches at the glandular machine. This is where he listened to your mother. These stars, she swats at the flaking bits of strengthened glass that decorate the rim of her face, are his eyes. She shakes her head violently. Crystals of glass rain into the water as it rises to find her neck. What am I then? Does it mean anything when I apologize? The water rises still more to the crown of her head. She continues to speak in an indecipherable static. Soon there is no more robot left to flood. You swim through the black water towards the light of the attic as the room sucks down into the suburban depths. Million's face hangs in the fluid of your eyes as you float into the vacuum of the New Orleans night sky. It was a very nice wrap up, I feel like. I enjoyed appreciated the text. The constellation of Million's face was interesting. Was not expecting that. Well, I thought I was done. Imagine my surprise. So what's in here? Yeah, I was not expecting whatever the hell this is. Oh, is this, yeah, you're back in, what's your name's office? Kay, did you come to watch the flames with your pawpaw? I hope you don't mind me being here, inside of this blessed memory. The refinery at night is just so splendid, isn't it? And it shines still more beautifully in your mind. Thank you for allowing me to visit, if only for a moment. I hope we might have a word together before our journey begins. I've lived many lives. One of them I lived in this town. I watched them build this place. I watched the plantation land become machine land. No one minded me being here, waiting for all the pieces to assemble. They didn't notice me, just like they didn't notice you. Time bombs are time machines. They release the future into the streets. This refinery was a time bomb with or without me. It took less than it might seem to instinct the future from its snare. I shaved a little hole in a pipe elbow. I left a servo motor behind in a box of treasures to help it strike. Little things, little boxes, little bits of rock. That's all it takes for a town to explode. And just like John, Blue was gone. No trouble for us anymore. What are you? I am what they say I am. I was never young. I walked the eons. I came upon the tar seeps of the Nazarene waste and across steppes and oceans to this place, cast from each illusion of hope, a promise I kept with a young man. A kingdom for this earth, it can never be. We sat, all of us, in the shed among the figs where the stars shone through the rafters. She who carried his seed pointed there and said, "Old man, you live forever. Lead his children there. His kingdom awaits from there." And so I will. You see? You're lying. I would not lie to you, Kay. About this, I would not lie. Why my family? Because you are the last of his line. After you, there will be no more. This is something your grandfather knew. He tried to tell others, but they only laughed, as many do when confronted with the truth. What did she find? A messenger, a vessel of God's light, an angel. It will guide and protect us as we fly. What if you're wrong? When the Freightliner sped down the highway, did you not pray? You're no stranger to the clarifying light that removes all doubt. That is the very essence of faith. I have made the room nice for you. When you enter, I will be there, and your brother will be there, and your mother as well. Your seat is prepared at the foot of her throne. Sit when you enter, child. We will leave the sins of this world behind. Alright, more mind map. The man in the ditch believes that he walked alongside Jesus Christ and was instructed by Mary Magdalene to deliver Christ's descendants to the stars. He has beheaded Kenner John, hijacked his homebrewed spacecraft, and kidnapped your brother to complete the task. He planted a bomb in Shield's catalytic cracking unit, causing an explosion that killed your father many years ago. Your mom saw something in the lake. Papa wants it. Papa believes the orb will guide your family to an extraterrestrial Christian civilization. Okay. Is it just this envelope? You slide a piece of paper from the envelope that rests on the desk to find a crudely drawn sketch of your family. Well, Okay. Well, that don't seem good. All right. Maybe this is end game. Whoa, now. So this is Blake, Pawpaw, and Catherine in a chair for me. What in the hell? Okay. Blake arrives desperately in the chair. You make your way towards Blake. Pawpaw immediately intercepts you and knocks you to the floor with an aggressive shoulder tackle before casually returning to his place at the altar. I would never restrain you, dear one, but Blake doesn't know what's best. Please come and have a seat with your family. We've waited only a short while for you, child, and yet it has been an eternity, an evening without end. You have brought your mother's ring, the jewel of the Magdalene, your inheritance. The beauty and goodness and virtue of this moment floods my ancient heart. Take your seat, Kay. Be with your family. Alright. You see your mom for the first time in 5 years. Her corpse bears almost no resemblance to the woman you remember. The sphere hovers above your mom's head without any apparent motion. I guess I'll sit. You approach the chair and glance over to Blake. He watches with dreadful, panicked eyes. You sit. Very good, child. I know that you are both afraid, but remain strong. You will be rewarded for your courage in the world that awaits. Pawpaw raises the transceiver in his hand. Garrett, my boy. Hearing you, Puck. Ephatha. Roger that. Take a deep breath, my loves. We're leaving this place behind. I don't think we're going to survive this. And I got you finished the game achievement. The room comes alive with motion as the airlock seals shut. Small articulated arms extend out from your chair. They embrace your arms and legs, forcing you into stillness. You feel the old man's hands working a crown around your head as a blinding light consumes your vision. Every sense screams before settling into silence. The pressure that's been building in your chest releases as time dissolves. Past and future collapse into a single moment of immolation. You become pure, radiant light burning above NORCO. And credits. So, let's turn that music down a bit. So yeah, so that's the game. Gonna have to reflect on that ending a bit. I'm not sure what to think about it. In general, I like the game a lot. I feel like it went kind of off the rails there at the end, and it's going to make for some interesting discussion. So, presumably, by the time this video is posted, the podcast episode will be recorded and posted as well. I will certainly be putting the link to the podcast in the description. So if you haven't listened to that already, I would encourage you to do so. I expect some lively discussion about this game. And again, if you didn't catch the beginning, the podcast I'm referring to is the Boss Rush Media Talk the Walk podcast. That is the reason I'm playing this game. I was asked to be a guest on the show to talk about this one, so this was my playthrough to prepare for that. I'm trying to think of what to say now. I really liked the first act of the game. It really made me realize how universal certain certain topics are, especially as it pertains to people in certain types of areas and people who are struggling financially, and regions where both the people and the environment or the resources have been taken advantage of for generations. I'm very familiar with that from my upbringing and from where I'm originally from. The second act really got into the meat of the story with the investigation and the weirdness with Super Duck and Catherine, and with the stuff with Shield and that. I don't know how much focus to put on that, because I don't yet know what I really think about how the relevance of that to the end of the story, or what that really all meant. So I'm going to be reflecting on that in preparation for this podcast. And if you're interested in hearing the conclusions that I come to, again, I would encourage you to join in, to listen in at the podcast and see what I have to say. If you have made it through this entire playthrough of this game with me, I am certainly impressed. Certainly appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me ramble as I play through this game, which I think is very good. I think this is an excellent game. I would recommend it for anyone who's interested in point-and-click adventure or really narrative-driven games. That's where this game really shines, is the narrative. And we'll wrap things up there. As always, if you're interested in following me or finding out what other things I have going on, you can check out my blog or find me on Twitter. Obviously, you're already on YouTube. Hit me up if you want to join the Discord server. And I hope everyone has enjoyed this, and everyone has a great remainder of your day, or what have you.